Once you pick a song and you have the images from your mind movie, what starts to happen is your brain starts to associate different parts of the song with different images in your mind movie with different affirmations. And over time, you begin to map neurologically what your future will be like. If you do it enough times, it becomes a subconscious program. In other words, you're changing your brain and body to subconsciously be primed for a future. When you do that enough times, then, that's when the synchronicities, the miracles, the coincidences, the opportunities begin to show up in your life. It doesn't take much, but when you start the mind movie process in constructing it, you'll notice that you'll begin to fall in love with your future.
We are going to work on your mind movies, and you are going to work on creating your future. But you will have gotten so far beyond your body, and your body being conditioned to sit there without bothering you, that when it comes time to dimensionalize an object, your body won't be in the way. And when it comes time to do your mind movie, you won't be preoccupied with your attention. You'll want that experience. And we are going to play the kaleidoscope, a kaleidoscope that we fabricated and designed ourselves, because many people, including myself, when we have mystical experiences, we see these geometric patterns. And the best way that I can describe those geometric patterns is with a kaleidoscope. And so we use the kaleidoscope to induce a level of trance. When you stare into those beautiful images, what's going to happen is you're going to stop thinking. And when you're in trance, you're more suggestible to information. And suggestibility is your ability to accept, believe, and surrender to information without analyzing it. And the more suggestible you are, the less analytical you are. The more analytical you are, the less suggestible you are to information. And so we use the trance state from using the kaleidoscope to increase your level of suggestibility and decrease your analysis. So that when you go from the kaleidoscope to your mind movie, you're not going to say, oh, that can't happen to me. It didn't happen last time. No, it's not going to work. You're not going to do that. The critic will be gone. And you'll begin to take that information and encode it right into your subconscious. Just like when you're staring at the television and they're telling you need a flu shot. That's programming. That's why it's called programming. And so then you're going to program your subconscious for your future. And all of that information is going to go in unedited. And you're going to pick that song that's going to give you the inspiration, raise your energy. And as you hear those notes and those words during that song and you're looking at those pictures, you're going to continuously associate those pictures with that part of the song. And your brain is going to begin to map it. And just like when you hear a song on the radio, it reminds you of a time in your life, in college, with a certain person, living a certain place. That song causes you to associate with a memory. I want our students to remember their future just like they remember their past. Now, isn't that the name of this event? Come on. And would you agree then, biologically, neurologically, genetically, remembering your future is just like remembering your past, if you believe it enough and you keep firing and wiring and keep emotionally conditioning. And your body will be aligned to a future. And we will go from the kaleidoscope to your mind movie, back to the kaleidoscope, back to your mind movie, going in trance back and forth until you can predict and anticipate the next scene in your mind movie. And when you can, then we're going to play the kaleidoscope and you're going to listen to your music. And your brain is naturally going to remember those scenes. And you're not going to think about it or analyze it, and it's going to begin to program your subconscious. And then you're going to walk in that meditation as your future from that mind movie. Who knows, you just may start becoming it. And as I was telling the group at the follow-up, most people think that they want wealth, or they want a new relationship, or they want money, or they want things, or a new job. And they work to get them. But in this work, people realize that it's not about what they get, it's about who they become. It was always that. And they're so happy with themselves when they no longer want it, they usually get it, because they already feel like they have it.
I'm at Dr. Joe Advanced Event in Carefree, Arizona, and one of the things that he is using to help us manifest things is putting things in our mind movie. And he specifically asked us to put a thing that we're trying to manifest in our mind movie, something that was kind of rare, so you would know it was from the universe, but still around and available in our mind movie, and use our mind movies to manifest this object. I went on Google Images and I found a front picture, a back picture, and a picture of several $2 bills laying on top of each other, different angles, like a close-up of them, so I could see the numbers and the different little sketching and stuff like that. And I put them in our mind movie, and I've been visualizing, you know, in the mind movie, because he's like, sense it, touch it, you know, with this angle, that angle. And so I in my mind, I'm fondling the $2 bill. When he said, are you... To visualize it, to sense it, to all that stuff.
Did you ever hear me say visualize?
No, I'm sorry. He didn't say visualize. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was doing that anyway, but I was...
Well, no, but you know you're going to visualize once you sense. If you sense first,
Yes.
then your brain is going to create imagery.
He said sense, and I saw something. That's what happened.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
I'm the
Okay.
voice in your head.
Yes. Okay, so I put as the affirmation, I am comfortable with the unknown.
It's a good start.
Okay. So yesterday, and this is the thing, I call myself trying to help the universe.
The universe doesn't need our help, honey. You got to get out of the way so it can do it for us.
I realize that. I'm very aware of that now. I was just stacking the deck, you know. I was like, okay, this is going to happen.
All right. That's fair.
You know,
that's fair.
I was increasing the odds of, you know, that's what I call myself doing. So, and the way I was doing that, I was paying for everything in cash. So that I would get change. So, you know, the $15 breakfast or what, a 15 and change, I would pay with a 20 every morning so that I would get change. And I was always so expectant. I'd flip the thing open, and I didn't have a $2 bill. So yesterday, I was searching the property for the buffet. I was hungry, and I thought it was in the restaurant. It wasn't in the restaurant. Somebody said it was somewhere else, so I'm rushing. I'm hungry.
Look at this. She got lost.
Yes.
So now she was in the unknown.
Yes. I'm rushing out of the restaurant, attempting to find the buffet because I want to eat and go home. And so there's a guy that has a grand piano, and I guess in the evenings the guy plays music in the restaurant. And he has 2 wine glasses. I think they're the same ones that you have on the table. 2 wine glasses on each side, one on each side of the grand piano. As I'm strolling past, hungry, not thinking about anything, the $2 bill, wait, hold on. The $2 bill was folded on the edge of the tip jar. And I said, oh my God, I scared it was an older gentleman.
You walked right into it, huh? Your body was drawn to your mind, huh?
I scared him half to death. I'm screaming, I'm jumping. Oh my God, you have to, I know this is rare, but you have to give this to me. Can I have this, please? You don't understand, I've been trying to manifest this for days. And I'm in a meditation class, and this is what I've been trying to show up in my life. And he's like, it's okay, it's okay. Calm
Take
down,
your
it's
medication and go to the buffet.
So I gave him $2. Then I went skipping and yelling out in the lobby. Several people saw me. I was very happy. Yeah. And the moral of the story is that your stuff is all around you, apparently. I mean,
you just got to get out of the way, babe.
Yeah, that's it.
I love you so much. I love you.